Hey everybody, it's me, Grimcad. We're back playing Conquest of Elysium 4 with the... They're not the Hobergs. Well, they are the Hobergs. But they're the Burgmeisters. That's right. And I am hoping, maybe somewhat foolishly, to finish it off. Pretty sure there's somebody here, and if we hit F2, there's also somebody left somewhere else. And it pretty much has to be here. So each corner of the map. Do we have any commanders that have not acted? We do not. Commander right there. I'm not sure what that army is. I don't know if they can take it out. Oh, that might be the big army. Yeah, sorry, buddy. Yes, that is the big army. Dang it. See, at this point, I'm not even bothering to recruit units. Maybe that's not the best idea. That's what I'm doing. Speed it up. Because I am in no danger of losing any kind of fight with this army. Not with all these dragons right here. Aha! And that's the barbarian down. So, we just have to find the last group. Independence taking everything over again. Oh my gosh, we are just so slow. Okay, I'm actually betting it's gonna be over here somewhere now. Late autumn. We're just gonna have them sit tight right here. What is even in this army right here? Oh, it's a big army. Okay. So we're just gonna have sit tight. Ugh. I haven't even seen this other. Ugh. That's right. Have not seen this other person. So we're going to recruit the Tower of Elements. Well, that's not what I wanted. We're gonna get a couple of rounds of Hog Knights as well, though, to hopefully ensure that they're not, my scouts are not instantly just destroyed, as the case sometimes tends to be. One of my complaints about the game, and I don't have too many complaints about it, but it does get quite grindy and long and drawn out near the end. I almost feel as if there should be some sort of computer concede AI. We'll send one of them out. I mean, I guess, considering I haven't even seen this other person, there's no reason for them to concede, but that's just this instance, you know. If like those barbarians, they should have conceded. I think everybody can agree on that. Man, you know, I alluded to it before, but there also is a chance that they're just stuck on an island somewhere. And that is going to be annoying if that is true. For some reason, yeah, they're gonna do fine. Walls add a lot of defense. Get one on the other side as well, just in case. So we can do a little bit more scouting. Do one more round and then we'll send them on out. Because it is pretty odd that I haven't seen any wandering armies. Oh. Onyx Heart the Pale One has been eliminated. The last commander was slain by Independence. Grimcat has won. Alright, let's view the score graphs. You can probably guess which color is ours. Let's take a look at the army strength. Yeah. You know, we were pretty good. We were even with the... Gosh, well, this yellow one had to be the Senator, which was the highest, but then we just took them out first, and no other army really ramped it the way us Hobergs did. You know, nobody really can. When we're getting 15 people to their, you know, 4 or 5, well, there's not too much they can do. Although that does kind of show you how good the Senator can be as well, that they managed to keep up with us for that long. Number of citadels, nothing really exciting right there. A lot of back and forth and all that. Of course, we had the more gold income. Yeah, you know, the Senator, I don't know what happened right here, but they spiked in their gold income. They must have taken over a silver mine or something like that, because, man, they went up. And everybody else kind of plodded along. Iron income. Yeah, it took us a long time to get started on our iron income. Everybody else was way ahead of us on ours, but, you know, again, that's one of those, Burgmeister things where your army just isn't strong enough to take over iron mines or harder in the very beginning. You have to kind of start with the coal mine and then work your way up into the bigger things. Herb we did not collect. There is one that collected herb. Fungus we did not collect. Sacrifices, nope. Hands of Glory, nope. Weed income. There's lots of dips and dives and everything in the weeds. And it's unfortunate, too, that I never got another horticulturist, because I had tons of this weed, and I really wanted to show you guys some of the summons for the Hoburgers in their... further on the tree, you know, with the horticulturist, because they're level 3 rituals. They have some nice ones. They can summon like mythic beasts, I believe, which are pretty good. You know, I think it's mythic beast. It just might be one tier under that. But if it's mythic beast, it's pretty awesome. It's like beholders and griffins and dragons and things like that. And they also have a unique one called like a, I don't know, an ancient guardian or something like that, and it's a giant like Ent, a giant tree folk protector or something. He's got a bunch of attacks, like somewhere between 4 and 6, and 300 health. He's a like either 2x2 or 3x3 sized model as well, and he's pretty interesting too. He can only be done in ancient forests. Ruby income. Somebody else did rubies. This must have been the pale ones as well doing the rubies. But they were pretty well. Sapphires, yeah, pale ones. Diamonds. Only we ever got diamonds. And emeralds. And at one point there was another one doing emeralds. It was the Warlock. The Warlock's another interesting class too. Here's our trade, which we didn't worry too much about. Nobody was collecting relics. Let's see, the Burgmeister, Pale Ones, Barbarians, Warlocks, and Senators. Like I was saying, the Warlocks are pretty interesting because they're primarily, I don't exactly want to say race, but I will. They're like a race of elemental casters where you get the gems as a resources, and you spend the gems to upgrade these casters down different elemental paths. You know, one of the 4, each corresponding to the gem type, just like our clockwork thing was. And then they have summons from there and different spells and different paths, and it's pretty interesting. Barbarians are kind of barbarians. They're pretty cool. Senators, closest thing to a vanilla. Maybe it's sort of an ancient Roman type deal, but they have lots of mages that they can recruit. They have a whole slew of mages they can get as random recruitment. Pale ones they're kind of interesting. They're a subterranean giant amphibious species. They're not great because they have a debuff naturally where they miss like half their attacks or something. So they're big units. They hit hard. They have lots of health, but they wind up dying in a one-on-one fight with a lot of things because they just miss so much. So that's unfortunate. Let's take a look at the map. Okay, here is the end right here. We didn't have too much to do. There's an ancient Hydra right there. Oh no, just a Hydra. Can I actually see what that site is? No, not really. Here's one of the pale ones. This is the random grunt, but 13 hit points. They hit pretty hard. These ones can throw rocks, but they have bad sight. They miss a fifth of their attacks. Okay, maybe it's been buffed or so, and then they have an armored version that's got a spear. Still not great. Let's see. Up north, there are some things in the sea, but you have to be amphibious to reach the sea, and not all the classes have access to anything that's amphibious. You know, there's the cultists, there's the pale ones, then I think the undead things are amphibious too, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. I never found out what this did, whether somebody else took it off. Well, and it's interesting, I don't know why all these horrors were spawning either, whether they were, I mean, they were obviously spawning right here on these shipstones, but I don't know, maybe they just spawn on these special locations, and that's a drawback to A, having these special locations near you, or B, actually using them. But There are actually no islands on this one. There usually aren't, but sometimes there are. I'm not sure what this one is. When there's a symbol right here, that means it's a pathway to one of the other planes. There's actually like 5 or 6 planes on this one. Oh, that's hilarious. This was the pale ones. Either this or this. It might have been this one right here. We're actually the pale ones. Starting thing. And if it was out in the middle of the ocean, that's just not fair and BS. That's where that crater fell in the middle. But yeah, this game went pretty well. Not much of a desert to this one either. We got it pretty well done. That's good. You know, Hoburgs are terrible in the desert, and they are terrible on the snow. So anytime you start up top or down bottom on the extreme ends, you're going to have a rough time, because you're only moving, you know, one thing per turn. It's a Death Knight. Yeah, we saw him before. He was pretty nasty. No really interesting things other than that. I don't see many locations. You can't look at them. Here, of course, was the capital, or the undead capital, so we know it was the Fallen Empire, I believe. And I think if the senator would have gotten here, cleared it out, he could have turned into a Dark Senator, which is a, you know, super late game, super high tiered thing. Yeah, I think there were only level 2 libraries and all. I don't see any old castles or even many other castles. So it was, I guess it was a pretty average start. This was not where the senator started. That was just a random thing, I believe. It, maybe it was where the senator started. Yeah, I think it was. They started in the outpost. Here's where the barbarians started, right here. That's interesting, because I did the most damage to them, I feel, right around in this area. And it was actually here that I killed him, so they didn't stay near their base stuff. And I don't blame them, they don't have any resources near them at all. There's no towns, nothing like that. Okay, there's not much here either. There's an ancient tree which they couldn't use. There's a port. A couple little things over here. And this, you know, who knows if that was them or not, but that's a bad start for them. So I had a good start, and the senator had a pretty good start. And I feel like that's pretty representative in the game, because the senator definitely did second best. Even though they died fairly early. Yeah, and I know exactly what happened with the warlocks when they died super early. So they just moved both their things out of the capital. Something spawned right here and just wandered into it. Took it over. Real quick, real simple. Unfortunate, but it happens. Happens to you too. That's why I wound up stationing what should have been my main army the entire time right here, because I was just terrified of those Ether Lord guys. But, well. Well, thanks for joining me on this one. If you'd like to see some more, or would like to see some different races, please let me know in the comments. I think I'm going to do another Let's Play on another game in between this one, because this will go up, what, February 4th? Yeah, I think so. I'm doing one a day or so right now. But anyway, I'm having fun with this one. I think if I do Another one, again, I might turn up the difficulty, might make it a bigger map. I don't know, hard to tell. You get to see at least the difficulty, maybe not the map, because you get to see bigger battles, but, you know, it just kind of drags out as well. Yeah, but leave a comment if you liked it. Please like the video if you liked it, that helps a bunch. Lets me get seen a little bit more. I'm going to try to get back into it. Commenting helps a lot. I like to answer comments, things like that, helps me keep engaged. Thank you for watching so far, and peace out.